a special time of year.
To be together and to love one another.
To gather together.
We come together and we make it special.
And look back on our favorite family traditions.
It's a time when we're together as families, and in our busy lives, that's hard to do.
Tonight, all the cheer.
It brings the block closer together.
Anticipation.
I'm going to Santa in the parade.
And celebration from seasons past.
A KCRA 3 special, NorCal Holiday Memories.
Thank you for joining us for another Holiday Memories special, looking back on some of our favorite local stories and traditions. I'm Edie Lambert.
And I'm Golston Dart. We're going to have stories from across the years here in Northern California. And in Sacramento, back in the year 2000, there were some children waiting very patiently for a very special parade appearance.
You can call it a waiting game.
I can't wait.
Sweet torture for such sweet faces. All waiting for that one magical person to make his way down Anticipation Avenue.
Santa! Oh, Santa Claus.
The wait for Christmas is draining enough on their patience, so imagine how difficult it is to be 6 and hold out for Santa through an entire holiday parade.
I'm going to Santa in the parade.
Sure, there were plenty of distractions. Sights to pass the time, mix in some idle chatter.
That would be pretty hard to ride.
But another minute goes by that feels like an eternity and still no sign of the man of the hour. Better brush up on our spotting skills.
He has a hat. He has a belt. He's gonna have a hat on. A red hat on.
And what we're gonna say when we finally see him.
Hi!
Maybe if we just stretch our necks a little further.
Have you seen him yet? No.
The parade marched on and the bands played on. Some were fed up, others just finally gave up. But for those diehard St. Nick fans who believed that all good things come to those who wait and wait, finally, Santa.
Santa!
Should we tell them they have to wait another year to see him again? In Sacramento, Bianca Solorzano, KCRA 3 reports.
Now to 2010, an important part of the Parade of Lights in Lodi was almost missing.
Yeah, but luckily a little miracle happened just in time for the big event. Watch.
The magic of Christmas. It's the Parade of Lights in Lodi. Thousands line the streets for this Christmas tradition.
It's very important. I mean, it's a small community, everybody together. It's great. It's just a good time for everybody.
An important part of this tradition was almost ruined. The town Christmas tree had to be rushed into place just before the parade. Not one, not two, but 4 different trees.
4 different trees. It's like I don't know what was going on.
The first 3 Christmas trees organizers tried to have trucked in were ruined. The first was vandalized, the second fell apart, and the third broke when it was cut down.
We have continued through this whole ordeal to just say we're keeping the faith, we're keeping the faith.
A little faith and a call for help. In the Christmas spirit, people responded.
The trip was good. We made it. No mishaps on the way down.
The tree was donated.
We knew there would be a tree here. We just knew it. We knew some people would come together, something was going to come together, and there was going to be a tree.
While there wasn't enough time to fully decorate it, it may be the best tree yet. Believe it or not, organizers say it's the first time the town tree has had a star.
I look up at that star and it's like, oh yeah.
So just in time for the holiday parade. Now in the coming days, the tree will be fully decorated for the rest of the holiday season. In Lodi, I'm Richard Sharp, KCRA 319.
And of course, we know that ice skating, an important part of the holidays for so many people here in downtown Sacramento.
Back in 1991, the city kicked off Winterfest with some family fun on the rink.
With the flip of a switch, the colors of Christmas light up the night sky. Sacramento's Winterfest has officially begun. The starring attraction, Old St. Nick.
Is my brother on the bad list or is he on your good list?
What's his name?
Anthony.
After putting in requests with Santa Claus, many youngsters headed for the downtown ice rink.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
You have to admire such determination.
How many times have you fallen down?
didn't count.
Is it worth it all?
Yeah.
Is that how you keep your balance? Feet in, right?
Yeah.
Others showed a bit more balance and grace.
I'll do a spin.
Okay, do a spin.
But the men here won't stand to be upstaged, not when they've mastered the art.
How do you keep your balance so well?
Well, when my blades have gotten pretty dull, so it's pretty easy to stay up.
But then again, it may be the toddlers who are the most confident when venturing out on the ice.
Yeah, they don't have as far to fall, so
right?
Yeah, easier to try it when you're a toddler. Also, you know, you look back and, you know, there were a couple regional ice rinks for the season back in the day, but so many cities are creating their own and their own kind of sense of community.
You know what I like about that video is you can notice no one was cheating with those chair things that we all use now. That's what I would use.
Yeah, do or die.
Yeah, that's right. That's how you had to do it back then.
Exactly, and learn when you're a toddler.
Right.
Well, next we have a look at lighting the way for Santa's sleigh.
That's right. We're going to dial this back to 2006 when kids were lighting the way with luminaries while others were heading out to Christmas services.
Good job. Surrounded by sand and white paper bags, young kids are racing against time, trying to line the streets with luminaries before dusk.
It's like runway for Santa Claus.
It's not just a runway for the big guy.
Really fun!
It's a chance for children and neighbors to get together, share the holiday spirit by decorating the street instead of just their homes.
Regardless of how busy we are cooking and doing different things, we stop and we come together and we make it special so everyone can enjoy it.
As darkness falls, 3,000 candles are lit, one click at a time, and the neighborhood is transformed. Shirley Duke is the fuel behind the fire, helping this event grow bigger each year. She explains why.
Some coming together, some humanness, some love of mankind, and to see the children's faces, and to watch the adults with tears running down their face.
The candles last well into the night, acting as a runway for Santa's sleigh. At the Cathedral of the Blessed Sacrament in downtown Sacramento, thousands take in Christmas Mass.
The start of a new hope and the light, and family is always family.
It's a spiritual event that for some families is a Christmas tradition of the highest importance.
This is a day of Thanksgiving and remembering of the birth of our Jesus Christ, the Savior.
Beautiful to see. Still love the luminaries too. It's just so nice. Well, coming up right after this, we're going to have the latest on tech ahead of the holidays.
We are taking you back to the 80s where San Francisco had all the hottest gadgets. We'll show you the most popular gifts.
And we want to welcome you back to our KCRA 3 special NorCal Holiday Memories.
Of course, the holidays can always make people feel nostalgic, and it's the perfect excuse to look back at some of the popular gifts of the past. In this next segment, we're taking you back to 1985.
Call it a rush toward a second childhood or a nostalgic trip back to simpler times. Adult toys are really moving this Christmas. It makes for an interesting gift list. Your 5-year-old wants 80s technology in a talking animated bear named Teddy Ruxpin.
Your husband wants a barking dog gun.
The 9-year-old wants a battalion of Transformers, robots, and Voltrons.
Your husband wants a wind-up toy.
The 12-year-old wants a personal computer with color graphics, high ticket, and high tech.
Dad wants a bathtub toy.
And so, Christmas morning, Dad might find a fully operating fireboat, or this frog with a healthy appetite for fish. And speaking of fish food, how about a serving of wind-up sushi? Some toys just seem better suited for adults. These Trolls and Gumby and Pokey were around in the 60s, And when finances have Mom up a river, she can turn to the Humphrey the Whale Bank. A child might not appreciate that. Given the wide selection of adult toys available, you're bound to find one that's a real hit. In Sacramento, the always young Barry Brown for Channel 3 reports.
Got it, Kurt?
Wow, a personal computer with color graphics?
Wow, how much you had to pay extra for that?
I'm sure they did. Well, in 2011, even the animals were getting into the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. The Sacramento Zoo wrapping gifts for both the visitors and animals alike.
They're so human-like.
They may not know Christmas, but apparently
They're looking at them and fighting over them just like kids.
they know presents.
Look at Keegan, he's opening his present.
At the Sacramento Zoo today, chimps, orangutans, and Red River hogs got treats, raw vegetables that were boxed and wrapped and hidden in stockings.
This activity is called an enrichment, and that's the real gift to these animals. It means when you put something unfamiliar in their environment that they have to discover and explore, it brings out the same instincts in them that they'd experience in the wild.
Such as forge through something, be able to pull things down or move around or locomote in a different way.
The difference between gift giving here and in the world of people, we apparently need no help getting in touch with our animal instincts.
So what if you opened up your stocking and you got like an onion, like that orangutan just did? What would you think?
I would give it to my cousin Brendan, and he would just eat it raw.
The animals do seem to have some inkling that 'tis better to give than to receive. They gave these crowds,
Oh, there's one back there. He's hiding here.
the gift of watching it all. In Sacramento, Shadakina Shams, KCRA 3 reports.
Yeah, I didn't get an onion, but I do distinctly remember getting one of those long net stockings full of fruit and nuts. And
Were you that excited, or did you give it to your cousin?
I might have been a little less than excited for that. But anyway, well, you know what? Back in 1998, Santa took a break from delivering gifts and actually decided to stand up for his elves in court.
As you'll see, the real reason behind this case highlights the holiday spirit.
Counsel, please introduce yourself and your clients for the record.
Hearing on behalf of plaintiff Santa Claus, Your Honor.
Santa Claus filing a lawsuit? It must be the 90s.
Today, Santa Claus appears before this court on behalf of elves whose rights have been savagely and callously denied by the defendant, Ghost.
The defendant, the ghost of Christmas past, accused in this legal complaint of forcing elves to wear ugly little elf outfits.
They feel rather silly, like this is Halloween all year round for them.
Your Honor, Mr. Ghost has every right under elfish law, section 421 of the Little People's Haberdashery Code.
In this court, all evidence is admissible, and Santa has the rap sheet on everyone.
At the top of the list, right here, who has been naughty? Number one, numero uno, was this defendant, the ghost of Christmas past. I was shocked.
Another sign this was no ordinary trial, the list of witnesses.
Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen, Santa, Mrs. Claus, Carol, Elf, and Ghost.
But before most could testify, a settlement came in. Lots of lawsuits, clothes donated by lawyers. The real reason for this trial to publicize the county's clothes closet program.
Will be used to dress people on welfare who are now starting to look for work. We do a transformation.
Another clause of the settlement, candy for all.
And a candy for you, and one for you.
I have to be fair and impartial, but Santa knew he had it in the bag.
When the plaintiff is Santa, justice is always sweet.
Merry Christmas to all and to all of your day.
In Sacramento, Edie Lambert, Channel 3 reports.
And really a fun way to generate those clothes for people who needed it.
I love that. It was 1998, so you were like, what, 10 years old?
I was 10 years old doing that story. Yeah.
Excellent. Love to see that. All right, well, when we come back, we're going to jump in the time machine, take you back to 1983, going to head out to the Bay Area where they were checking out the latest tech in toys.
Yeah, so here's a look at some of the gear that shoppers just could not resist.
Ho, ho, ho. Welcome to the financial district in San Francisco and what may go down in shopping history as the first yuppie Christmas. Young urban professionals, yuppies, go to places like this. It's called In Gear. This is the land of the fashionably practical, where an egg timer is cast iron and drips out the seconds in sand from the most expensive beaches. Where garden tools are from England and look like they were by appointment to Her Majesty. They're made of stainless steel and they look like they're too nice to use. Here you can get a personal security knife that slips into the same shirt pocket as a cross pen. This is where office workers ponder the usefulness of a dipstick cleaner.
Well, I think it'd be a handy device because sometimes service stations don't even have the paper towels anymore like they used to, and you don't have a rag or a Kleenex, just what it says.
If your yuppie already has an underwater rescue light for a life jacket, perhaps he or she needs an ice cream scoop, an electric ice cream scoop. Yuppie kids like fun Christmas toys, and the store at the Exploratorium, a science museum, is just the thing. Not all the toys are expensive. The roving eye is a good child's stocking stuffer. There's also the mess-free bubble blower. Squeeze the bottle and up pops the bubble wand. Electronic sculpture is the newest high-tech Christmas present. Run your hand over the glass globe and you can see your biological aura. The two-potato clock is a big seller. Stick in the probes and it runs on electrolytes, available in any plant or animal.
Beer, salt water, house plants, lemons.
Your kids.
Your kids.
The cat.
The cat, the dog, two hamsters, anything.
Tired of Trivial Pursuit? Try domino pictures. The trick is to make your eyes go out of focus so you can see the portrait in the dots. With Albert Einstein and guess who? In San Francisco, this is John Gibson, Channel 3 Reports.
And we might want to explain, because back in the 80s, yuppie was a word people used a lot. Young, upwardly mobile professional, kind of like bougie would be considered now, you know.
That's pretty much it
Just
now.
Fancy.
Yeah, just kind of fancy. All right, well, you can Google it too if you want to. Well, we're going to show you the tiny village that brought a lot of smiles to some faces back in 1980 when we come back.
And welcome back to our KCRA 3 special, NorCal Holiday Memories.
Yeah, we have this next story that shows some neighbors in Orangevale. They got pretty competitive, bringing in hundreds to their street to show off what they put together and also just to spend some quality time with their families.
The 18 homes in this Orangevale cul-de-sac are a light show unto themselves. It all started 6 years ago, and every Christmas, the look becomes a little brighter.
A little bit more and a little bit more. Lots of lights, yard displays, different music, more parties.
Then, when the outside work is done, the neighbors gather indoors to celebrate their efforts.
It brings the block closer together, and we found that generally it makes our Christmas a much more positive experience, and the kids seem to enjoy it.
This is a real holiday bunch. They join forces every Halloween, Christmas, and Easter, and they tell me their 4th of July party is the blockbuster of them all.
It's a time when we're together as families, and in our busy lives, that's hard to do.
The kids have grown over the years, but the Christmas spirit stays with them.
I'm going to take everything that my mom and dad have for all their scenery that we got since my mom was a little girl, and I'm going to decorate it at my house when I grow up.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in one-horse open sleigh. Yeah, we bet.
And this block that does everything together draws quite a long line of spectators. Last Christmas Eve, 846 cars cruised Dovewood Court. This is where the people come to catch the sights and the sounds of Christmas.
It's so beautiful, and we come down here every year, and it's just every house is lit up, and it's just so beautiful, the Christmas spirit.
What is it that's special about this place? Okay, it's
We should mention Dovewood Court is still going strong all these years later. I'm trying to do, this would be 40 years later now, and we still send Live Copter 3 up over Dovewood Court to just capture their magic every year.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be doing it this year too. Well, that was pretty amazing for that neighborhood. Check out this Oakdale family that put something together for all to see.
Yeah, this tiny village brought joy to hundreds of people every year.
This story doesn't need much explanation. The pictures can do that, except to say it's the creation of Edward and Myrtle Peterson and their children. This Winter Wonderland was started 3 years ago. It's changed a bit. This year the mountain background was added, and each year the Petersons open their home to senior citizens, school children, and church groups to share what they have made. Last year more than 450 people were able to see the display, and everything except the machinery, people, animals, and trees is handmade.
One little child, he was about 7 years old. He couldn't understand there was no freeway and no cars. And I said, this, the whole idea about this, the simplicity of Christmas, that we can have fun without all that junk.
Christmas can be made, not all just purchased out of the store. You know, to be together and to love one another.
The Petersons say their Winter Wonderland wouldn't be worthwhile if it was left on the mantle for only the family. It was made to be shared. In Oakdale, Bob Weedman for Channel 3 reports.
Just feels like a little video Christmas card there, and we certainly hope you are at home making some wonderful memories this holiday season.
And we want to thank you so much for joining us for ours and joining us for the KCRA 3 special NorCal Holiday Memories.